this instinct, emotions that are driving our decisions. And we will be trying to find a way to employ the agents for trading and hoping that they do not have those disadvantages that we as humans have, so we can maximize our profits on trading. In particular, we will be exploring trading with AI agents, trading perpetuals, which is trading with leverage. Not necessarily today, not necessarily spot markets, which is buying and selling different assets, but we will be exploring how AI agents can play on market with the leverage. And finally, our guest today is Matt Milbury, which is Matt. You have one letter missing from your etiquette on the stream. That would be helpful. Yep. Now that's correct. Matt is head of AI at Eterna Exchange. He's the mastermind behind the whole infrastructure of trading with AI agents. This is maybe you're gonna tell us a bit more about that, but what he have done is quite incredible because Eterna Exchange is the cheapest and the fastest way to start trading on using your agents on the real market on real assets. I've been playing with Eterna MCP and CLI for last few weeks, and this is actually very impressive what they have done. And yeah, from now on, Matthew, welcome on stage and show us the power of Eterna.
Thank you, Stefan, for a warm introduction, and I want to welcome everyone who joined us today. Extremely excited to be building with you, Stepan, and the rest of the team on the frontier of AI-powered trading. Now, when I will be presenting, I will not be seeing the chat. So, Stepan, if you can be like the voice of all the rest of the people who have joined us today,
Yeah, sure,
and
no problem.
messaging on the
Can you
chat.
like minimize me? That would be helpful.
Yeah, let me try. Okay, there you go. Alrighty, I want to kick this off with something special for you all. Can you see my screen? Okay, yes, perfect. Fantastic. So the idea is that over the next 30 minutes, we build your own AI trading agents together. And I want to start this off with saying that you all can win up to a $300 from a $900 prize pool. And all you got to do is to enter this giveaway is to go to gleam.io. I'll share the link in the chat, and you can also find it on Eterna's X account. All you gotta do is to go to this link, and there is this one special task. Enter our secret Twitter code, and this code is, as you can see on the screen, AI agent. This way we know. This way we can ensure only the people who joined us here during this live, only you guys, can be in the pool of participants who are eligible for this giveaway. So we want to reward you all for joining us here today. And so that's how you can enter the giveaway, and the reward will be credited to your Eterna account so that you can use it for trading and basically experience how the next frontier of trading can look like. All right. Oh, and that giveaway is closing up very soon. So if you want to join and enter this giveaway, then I would encourage you to do it right now, because it's closing in about 5 minutes. Now, what are the common pain points that you may have experienced when trading before without AI or AI agents? Is a lot of traders are actually trading without protection, and the research shows 63% of retail traders trade with no stop loss. And as a result, we have like massive liquidation events, which destabilize the market and cause massive losses. Like one of the biggest ones, $150 billion in 2025, which most of that was longs actually. And how AI kind of helps you out here is AI agents always set take profit and stop loss on every position with no exceptions, depending on how you set it up, of course. And that basically makes your trading much more safe. Another issue for traders that traders commonly face is FOMO, fear of missing out, panic selling, or revenge trades. Basically, it has been said many times, for you to win in trading, you have to master two emotions, fear and greed. And turns out it's really difficult for human beings to do that. And so research shows 64% of retail traders enter after a price increase, buying high, and 44% of first year losers cite FOMO as the cause of failure. And AI, of course, helps here because it has no emotions. It just executes based on signals and data. And so your trading is much more data-driven rather than emotion-driven. Another problem with trading crypto is that crypto markets are 24/7. And we as humans have limits. Like, we have to sleep, and 81% of traders have lost sleep waiting for a market move. And then as a result, 70% blame sleep deprivation for making worse trades. And this problem is completely eliminated with AI agents power trading. And I'll show you exactly how to set this automation up later during this session. Your AI agent is able to monitor and trade round the clock, even when you sleep. And then there's leverage. About 80% of Binance Futures users open positions at 20x leverage or higher, which kind of risky. And then again, we have like massive liquidation events because people tend to over leverage their positions. And AI, again, is not emotion driven, so it applies consistent position sizing and leverage rules that you set up once, and then it's enforced on all your trades. And the odds are stacked against manual traders. About 84% of retail traders lose money in year one, as you may probably have heard. And only less than 2% of crypto day traders are consistently profitable over time. And AI agent can scan all pairs continuously, and so no potential entry setup goes unnoticed, and that massively increases your chances of becoming that less than 1% statistic, which is fantastic. And AI doesn't just help, it changes the outcome. Maybe you have seen before joining this workshop the video I released where I ask AI to recommend a position to open. And when I was preparing for this workshop today, I asked AI, what's the current unrealized Pengu short position, profit and loss percentage-wise? And it's, as of now, it's like over 30% up for the position over the span like of like a few days. So as you can see, the AI made the technical analysis, market research, recommended a position, and just a few days later, it's already 30% up. And when we were building this Eterna AI exchange, and I first started trading with AI, so before, what took a lot of time for me was to find a pair that forms this pattern that makes it reasonable to find some entry and open a position. And it took me a lot of time to like go through various pairs and find these opportunities. And when we first prototyped Eterna AI, and I entered a prompt, "Hey, find me opportunities in the market," and it did it in just like 10 seconds. I was like, "Wow, this is amazing." It felt like manual trading was like riding a bike, and all of a sudden I was flying in this super fast airplane, and I had like unfair advantage over all of the manual traders out there. And that's the transformation we want to help you achieve here during this workshop. And some of you may already be thinking this will not work for you. So if you're thinking, oh, I probably need to do some technical stuff or code, no, you will talk to your agent just like to another human being. And if you think you need a serious capital to start, no, you actually it's probably enough to start with like 50 or $100 at first, and you can also win $300 to start with today if you entered the giveaway. And if you think you need to watch it constantly, then I will show you how you can set this up so that it works for you 24/7. And so before we build, make sure you're on a laptop or a desktop. I have not tested what we'll be doing here on the mobile, so I'm not sure if it's going to work on mobile. Make sure you have Claude AI open in your browser and you're logged in. And make sure you have some USDT available for deposit on any major chain. It should work fine. All right. Also, I will now share the screen like of my entire computer so that I can guide you in building this AI agent. And if you have any questions, it's best if we have like an ongoing Q&A as we go step by step building that AI agent. You can ask questions in the chat, and Szczepan will forward them to me. So first step is to go to Claude AI and go to customize connectors, add custom connector, name it whatever you want. I'll name it Eterna, and paste put the MCP server here, and you can find it at ai.eterna.exchange. After you click get started, Claude, and here you have the MCP URL. You can copy it, go to Claude and paste it here. So if you can see mcp.eterna.exchange /mcp, then that's the correct URL. And you click add. And then you click connect. Then you should see a screen like this one. Well, actually, you will see a screen to sign in with Google. I'm already signed in. That's why I see this next screen. But essentially, after you sign in with your Google account, you will see this screen to authorize Claude to access your like MCP server and trading tools. And you click authorize. And then you're redirected back to Claude. and you will see this needs approval thing here on the right. You can leave it as it is, but you will have to approve every command Claude wants to run. And if you want Claude to be able to do it, all these things autonomously, then you can click always allow, and then your AI agent will work much more smoothly. I will stop sharing my screen now, and if you are following along and if you are able to sign in and authorize Eterna AI in your Claude, then put 1 in the chat. Put 1 in the chat if you were able to configure the connector in Claude. I see 1 from Szczepan, from Piotr. Pagal winners will be announced at the end of the workshop. Kelvin, you don't need to download anything on your computer. Claude.ai in the web browser is fine. Mm-hmm. Okay, absolutely. So first you go to ai.eterna.exchange. Link in the chat. I've seen already someone shared it. And you click Get Started. Pick Claude and copy the MCP URL. So again, go to ai.eterna.exchange, click Get Started, pick Claude, and copy the MCP URL. Then click on the link below. It will open your Claude connectors page. And on the top, you will see this plus sign. Click it, click Add Custom Connector. Name it however you want. I name it Eterna. And paste the MCP URL you just copied. Then click Add. Once you do that, you will see a screen similar to this one with this connect button. And basically you have to click that connect button. You will be redirected to an authorization page where you sign in with your Google account, authorize, and then you will be redirected back to Claude. And you will see something like this. Kelvin, I'm in Claude now. What was the next step? Kelvin, you have to add a custom connector. So here you go to Customize, Connectors, Add Custom Connector, name it, put the MCP URL that you copied from ai.eterna.exchange, and click Add. All right, let's move on. And by the way, we are recording this live stream, so if anyone needs more time, you can go back to any of the steps and following along this way. All right, so now Claude is able to connect to Eterna MCP, but it doesn't really know how to work with it. And that's what we need skills for. And Eterna MCP has its own skills that I'll show you how to install now. So you need to go to this link. Or actually I can just just go to this link. If you're in the chat, then you can just click it. If you click that link, you will download a zip file with a skill. And then what you need to do is you need to go to your Claude, customize skills, click this plus button, create skill, upload a skill. Okay, you can see my screen, cool. Create skill, upload a skill, and then select that zip file. And what Claude will do is it will load the Eterna skill, and you will see something like what I see here. It should be called Eterna Trading Agent. It should have this skill here, which explains to Claude how to use Eterna MCP and all these resources. And don't worry about what's in there. If you want, you're welcome to read it. But this is like the last thing you need to do to be able to talk with Claude and trade. Okay, so if you've been able to upload this Eterna skill to your Claude, put 1 in the chat so that I know that we can move on. Okay, I see 1 person. We're able to do that. Another 1 in the chat. Fantastic. We can move on to the fun stuff. All right, let me share my Claude now. All right, so now we can just simply call that reference that skill we just uploaded by typing / Eterna Trading Agent. And let Claude work on it, and it will work with us. Now, I already have my accounts set up. So I'll probably see something a little bit different than you guys. This is how AI agents work. We'll all see something slightly different. For me, it outputted a portfolio, like what's my equity, how much capital do I have available for trades, and my currently open positions. But for you, it will probably do a market research and recommend a trade. So I'll simulate what you guys will see by saying perform technical analysis and recommend a position to open. Because it's in the skill that if your balance is 0, which currently it is, the AI agent should perform technical analysis and recommend a position to open. So feel free to message me on the chat and tell me what you see. Yeah, so it seems like my Claude needs a little bit more time than usual to think today. Okay, I can see in the chat you're saying what it said. You're starting fresh, zero balance, no open positions. Let me grab the market pulse first. Fantastic. Markets are quiet. Next step, fund your account to start trading. Yes, you will need to deposit funds for trading. And I can see it's already asking you if you're ready to deposit. Fantastic. Yes, so Kelvin, it asks you what would you like to do? What I like to do usually is to ask it to recommend a position to open so that I know what I'm depositing funds for if that's an empty account. Now it works beautifully for you guys, and I'll try to start a new chat because it doesn't work for me. So perform technical analysis and recommend a position to open. Okay, waiting for the agents to recommend a position. So currently it's scanning markets to unearth promising trading opportunities. Okay, Calvin, I can see. Scanner failed. Okay. Yes, so we are waiting for the agent to recommend a position, and I don't know why it takes a little bit longer than usual. So we'll make a short break. All right, my agent finally recommended a position. And I'm curious to learn what your agents recommended, but I'll share my screen and show you what I see. All right, so the agent is saying the market is mixed right now. It's kind of going sideways, and there's like few opportunities right now. But the best setup it found is ZEC long. Relative strength stands out, and it basically gives us like the entire reasoning behind why the agent thinks this position is a good idea right now. Here's like details of the position it recommends. And I already have some capital on my account, but you guys don't. So what I would recommend you guys do is saying to your agent something like, generate a deposit address for me to send USDT on, and now the network that you're having your capital on can be Ethereum, can be Binance Smart Chain, whatever you have. I'll just say Arbitrum. And once you get your deposit address, you deposit your USDT, and then you can ask your agent to open the position it recommended. And if it failed to recommend a position for whatever reason, you can follow along with me and ask it to open long on ZEC for you. Okay, so here's the deposit address that it generated for me. It's on Arbitrum. And at this point, if I had an empty account, I would be depositing some USDT. And then, because deposits take time on exchanges to arrive, I would say something like, once you send the USDT, I recommend you say something like, I have sent USDT. Tell me when the deposit lands on my account. And transfer funds to the trading account. I'll not be sending that because obviously I have not sent USDT, so I don't want to confuse my agent. But that's what I would do if I were depositing funds now. And if there's any questions, feel free to message, ask them in the chat. And so once you are able to successfully deposit some USDT, send one in the chat so that I know that you guys already have funds deposited and we are ready to open your first position with your own AI trading agent. Yes. I don't know. We would need to explore some more, but coming back to the idea of an autonomous trading agent, we'll be setting that up pretty soon. We are starting with this more kind of a hands-on experience because in general, when you work with AI agents, first you want to get an idea of what's working, what's not working, and how it works, so that you can then set up an automation that's effective. I'm waiting for you guys to follow along deposit funds, but this agent is more than an advisor. It can open this a position on ZEC. So we can say open a position on ZEC that you've recommended. And so right now it's opening a position for me. And using that Eterna MCP, you can also trigger a withdrawal of the funds you deposited. So once you once you want to realize some of the profits you made trading with your AI agent, you can easily do that with Claude as well. All right, order placed. Yes, correct. That's right. And it used a limit order instead of market order. And it's actually a great example right here, because since the AI agent made its analysis, the price moved a little bit, and maybe it's less attractive now for this position. And because it used limit order, if it used a market order, it would essentially have an entry point in a less desirable price, therefore making it less likely for this position to be profitable. But it used a limit position, and so the order is standing, and it waits for the price to pull back to a desirable entry point, and then the position will be opened. Otherwise, will not enter that position, which is what we want. We want a good price point for the entry. And now that you've seen like the basic things this can do, it can scan the market, recommend positions, it can assist with deposits, it can open a position for you using a limit order. It could use a market order if you explicitly told it to do that. And now I want to show you how you can automate this so that your AI agent can trade while you sleep. And for that, importantly, we have to go to this code thing in Claude. So you open a sidebar and click code. No, I'm using a browser. Yes, and it opened a new tab, so I'll share a new tab with you guys. This is what I see right now. And what you want to do here is click routines. And I'll go here and copy these instructions here. Copy. And okay, you go to routines, new routines. You name it however you want. I'll do automated trading. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Automated trading. And for instructions, you can put whatever you want. Something I did previously and it worked nicely is check current positions, perform technical analysis on pairs that currently have an open position, and use that information to manage risk. Should the position be closed, essentially manage currently open positions. So that's the first step. And then next, perform technical analysis to find market opportunities. If anything looks like forming a strong pattern or having a good entry point, open a position with stop loss and take profit. And you can run that on schedule. You can do it hourly, for example, at minute 0 or 15 or whatever. And then your AI agent will check the market every hour and manage your trading portfolio. And importantly, you want to keep your Eterna MCP connector here. Otherwise, your agent will not know what to do with your query because it will not have access to Eterna MCP. And with that, I'll copy this prompt for you guys to use as inspiration. I'll copy that and paste in the chat. And with that, you can click create. And now it will next run on the next o'clock hour, or I can run it now. And this workflow is already running. Now it will take some time to complete. So in the meantime, I'll show you the previous time it did run for me. It was with the same prompt. And it did a bunch of like analysis and market research, etc. And analysis summary before executing. I had this Pangu short open. An action moves stop loss from this to that, which locks in some profit. So essentially this position becomes impossible for me to lose money on because it locks in the profit that it already generated. And this is the power of your agent managing the positions that you have that you already opened. And then it detected a long setup for this pair. And it detected it's extremely oversold, so it's a good idea to open a long position on it. And it did that. So for position management, here you can see the difference and a new position opened with stop loss and take profit. And the portfolio state after the workflow run. And so this is like the end state for the AI agent, that it's not only this partner that does some market research for you and advises, but it's an autonomous agent that runs 24/7 for you and trades for you. So theoretically, I could leave it running for me for like a week, sort of forget about it and come back in a week and see um, the profits it generated. Okay, so are there any questions? When I click on code, Claude asking me to upgrade plan. Is that a norm? What plan are you currently on, Kelvin? No, because I have heard that Anthropic is experimenting in giving access to Claude Code only to higher plans, like $100 a month and more. But I wouldn't know if that's the case. Free plan, yeah. So this will not work on the free plan. You need at least $20 a month plan for Claude uh, for this to work, for the routines to work. Mm-hmm. Correct. Correct. And you can do more advanced stuff inside Claude. For example, you could ask Claude for strategies it recommends. Um, and it can recommend various strategies on how to trade. And then it can ask Claude to turn that strategy A or strategy B it recommended, turn it into a routine that you run every hour or every day, whatever makes sense for the given strategy. And you can have multiple of these strategies running for your trading account, and you can really go like sky, like your imagination basically is a limit of what you can do here. Yes. Yeah, you can use AI to help you set the AI agent up. Like, yeah, I would recommend running them not at the same time. So if you're running them every hour, you would want to run one routine on minute 10 and then maybe another routine on minute 20 and so on, so that they don't run at the same time. Yeah, when you're setting up a routine in Claude Code and you set it to run every hour, you can pick which minute of every hour it runs. So say you can say Yeah, run it every hour at the hour exactly, or run it every hour at 10 past. So 4:10, 5:10, 6:10, and so on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when you go to ai.eterna.exchange and click Get Started, you will see official integrations with Claude and OpenClaw, and more integrations are coming in the upcoming days and weeks. For example, we are currently working on an integration, and we'll be integrating with all of the major agents out there. And I can see questions in the chat about winner announcements for the giveaway. We'll be announcing that very soon here on the live. And winners will receive the reward deposited to their accounts on Eterna. Yes, I do feel relatively safe with it, but um, we recognize that there is this enormous trust because this agent can also manage withdrawals. So there is a lot of trust we put in our trading AI trading agents, and that's why we are also building a dashboard for this system where you can externally uh, allow or refuse certain actions for the agent. So for example, you could say you can never open a position without a stop loss, or you could say uh, you can trigger a withdrawal, but I have to manually confirm every withdrawal in the dashboard. Or you could say you can never trade altcoins. You are only allowed to trade these specific assets. And so then it only becomes a question of how much autonomy you want to give to your agent, and you are able to externally manage that risk. So instead of trying to do that through prompts and saying to the agent, you can never withdraw my funds or anything like that, you do that through an external system which AI agent cannot manipulate. Yeah, I would say it's a cutting edge technology, and you want to experiment with it. with some level of, um, you know, yeah, precaution. I have found that Sonnet is actually very, very good at this. And I rarely use Opus because I just don't feel the need to do that. And with the recent Opus models being confirmed by Anthropic being less intelligent and have some degraded like thinking capabilities compared to previous Opus versions, I just tend to do that with Sonnet. It worked perfectly with Sonnet for me, and recommended profitable positions. So, which is a fantastic news for anyone trading because it means your usage that you have inside your Claude subscription will not be depleted as fast when you use a lower modal for trading. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Claude subscription is a good starting point because your costs for running this on the AI side are fixed. Basically, your AI agent needs to um, generate enough profits to cover exchange fees, which Eterna has one of the lowest exchange fees on the market. It has to make up for the Claude subscription, $20 a month, and the rest of what it makes is your profit. So it's super easy to manage the AI side of things when it comes to costs with something like Claude subscription. Um, and obviously, you need to deposit enough capital to give your agent a chance of being able to make up for these costs. Like you will probably not be able uh, to make enough from trading if you deposit like $10. Like it will probably not be enough. Yes, so Eterna is starting a 7-day quest where the bigger volume your agent generates, the higher up you are in the results page, and the rewards pool is $4,000. So it's a great time to build AI agents on Eterna. Um, just set up your agent and start trading, and you're already inside. The more the I'm sorry. Yes, yes. Mhm. Um, yeah, I need to confirm that with the team, but I think we'll be putting out like a quest page where you can see your position. And I see questions in the chat about today campaign winners. We'll be announcing that very soon. I know our team member is working in the background to come up with winners using Gleam. Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. Yes, and we'll be sending these rewards to your Eterna accounts over the next 24 hours. And not only Waylon is the winner, Waylon won the biggest prize, $300, but all of the other people on the list won prizes. So make sure on Gleam.io you provide your Eterna account ID or wallet address or whatever you used on Eterna that we can identify you, and transfer the reward to your account. And for the competition that we just started, that lasts 7 days, we'll be announcing winners on the next live stream that will be on the same day, the same time next week. Thank you everyone for joining and building with us alongside. Excited to see how the AI, excited to be building in this space and bringing even more capabilities to our AI trading agents.